All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh. Double honors to apostles and elders in New York, GMS, and salutation to Yakim around the world is teaching the truth. And shalom to you, serious Akim Akwaf that's reading the scriptures, looking at videos, and enduring to the end. My name is Maya Kahal Nagab with Chicago branch and GMS. All right, so today we gonna get some basically a food of thought to you so-called Negroes here in North America, tribe of Judah. All right, also you all the ones in the Caribbean Islands, tribe of Benjamin, but you're called so-called West Indians. All right, also you so-called Haitians. All right, so-called West Indians are Benjamin, so-called Haitians are Levy, and again, so-called Negroes are Judah. But sometimes these people are grouped together as Negroes. All right, but it's one thing you never think talking to your so-called Negroes, all right, tribe of Judah and the other Southern King members. Why do in Latin America, why are you not called Africano? Have you ever thought about that? And I'm talking about you so-called Negro Israelites that actually arrived on the shores of North America, the West Indies, and South America, Brazil. When I'm talking about West Indies, I'm talking about those Caribbean islands. Why are you not called Africano? Why instead they call you Moreno? Have you ever thought about that? You sit down and thought about that. I mean, it's just something to think about, man. Because if you was Africano, they'd been calling you Africano since day one. When you arrive on these shores. I'm talking about you Israelites. Those that actually arrive from the east. The reason why you're not called Africano because you're not no damn Africans. Period. Point blank. Period, man. All right. It says, let's see right here. It says Zondervan's definition of ham. It says, right here it says, Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably 96 years before the flood, one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became progenitor of the dark races, not the Negros, right? But the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites. It says Negro. All right, another word that's used for our people, man. All right. It still relates to the word Moreno. Okay, and you see right here, and this is what Esau calls us Afro Latin Americans or Black Latin Americans. All right, talking about the Judites that majority of the Judites, Brazil and Colombia, Mexico, Cuba. All right. Now Panama, those are most likely those Benjaminites, because I know this Panamanian woman in college, and she told me that the slaves came to Panama came from Jamaica. Okay, so those Benjamites. All right. Now Puerto Rico, the brother Kazaa said, Puerto Rico says of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. All right. Those slaves are brought there. All right. But let me see right here. So the intro it says the term Afro Latin America refer specifically to the people of African ancestry, but we're not Africans. All right. Not to European ancestors, right? Because the Moors was not Edomites. All right. Moors were Israelites. All right. That converted to Islam. Okay. I'll say probably between the 7th century and 11th century it was going on. And also you had Israelites that still retained their kids kept the laws, statutes, commandments. All right. The term Jews, and then you have not the term Jews, but the name Jews, Salah. But I mean that name was just used synonymous. There's people from the Southern Kingdom. All right. Then you had Christians. All right, was actually the Israelites that believe in Yahweh, and the best person to look up for that is Saint Maurice. If you read the research, Maurice, he didn't eat any pork. All right. And also he didn't he was a soldier in the Roman army, and so the Romans had commanded him to basically seize the Israelites. I forgot which part he was at. It had to be in it had to be at home in Israel. All right, or one of those Roman colonies. All right, but he didn't eat any pork, man. And also he didn't come against his own people. He disobeyed the orders. Why? Because he was an Israelite. He was his same bloodline, man, as him. So y'all look that history up yourselves. You get a chance. All right, but anyway, right here it says Afro-Latin Americans are called Black, Spanish Negro, Portuguese Negro, or Preto, French Negret, nor more commonly referring to cultural aspects of African, but we know they're not Africans. All right, it says right here they're called Negro, Preto, French, Negret, Noir. Okay, so all right. So right here, you read the Zombie Bible Dictionary. It says right here, it says right here, inside the definition of Ham, it said Ham became a progenitor of the dark races, not the Negros. All right. So Ham was the forefather of the Hamites, the Africans, Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites. But you so-called Negroes are not Africans. All right. You're Israelites. Okay. And what was the Moors? Israelites, man. That's all they was. Cause you do your research. Okay. The first slaves came from Spain and Portugal. Okay. Not no Africa, all right, in the 16th century, man, because some of the islands in the Caribbean, those Spanish territories, man. They conquered indigenous people over there in the Caribbean islands. It was just majority Ephraim. Then you got Ephraim Simeon on the island, formerly called Hispaniola. All right. The island called Cuba, that's Manasseh. All right. But rest of the islands, majority of them Ephraim. Okay. So right here you go, let's see Leviticus. You know what? I'm gonna go to Exodus. Make it more clear. It says, Exodus 11:7, it says, but against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know Yahweh put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel, right? We're told different people, man. All right. We're not Ham. We come from different bloodline. Okay, we go Leviticus 20. Because people are talking about, well, are we the same? No, we're not the same. All right, it says Leviticus 20, verse 26. It said, you should be holy unto me, for I, Yahweh, am holy, has severed you from other people, that you should be mine. All right, then we're severed, man, from other nations, man. All right, we're not the same. Okay, let's see. It's right here. Because it go our original bloodline right here. That's why it's good for you Israelites, so-called Negros, Latinos, and Native Americans to stick to the scriptures, man, because society will confuse the head out of you, man. All right, because you got Esau, he like to claim any other nationality, but his, which is Edom, all right, Adawam, which means red, all right. Because they're not white like this background. They're red, man. You slap them, they turn red. They get embarrassed, they turn red. All right, they get scared, they turn red. Okay, because their skin is translucent and their blood shows through their skin. All right, so you go to God bloodline, so-called Negros, Latinos, and Native American bloodline. Genesis 25. It says, unto Eber were born two sons. The name of one was Peleg. For this day, the earth divided, and his brother name was Joke. All right, because we come from Peleg. All right, and you go Ebar. All right, but in I'm sure when Hebrew was called. All right, it's a lot. The camera got out of focus. I'm trying to focus it again. Okay, there it go. Arbar. All right. Not ever. All right. Like you Israelites, particularly you Israelites, from Ghana and other West African countries, man. All right. It's Arbar, not Avar, man. All right. You're speaking Yiddish. You're not speaking Hebrew. All right. But below the coming out our would love to talk about us, but you can't speak your own language, all right, which is Lashon Kadash, all right, which people call Paleo Hebrew, okay? So it's Abar, not Avar, all right? Anyway, all right, so it says right here, it says, all right, Abar, all right, reach beyond, but really means from the past, all right? It means from the past, all right? That's what it originally means and stuff, you know. But Esau not gonna tell you that. All right, why? Because our ancestor, our bar, had kept the language of the old. All right. But you right here. All right. So we already know you're not Hamites, so-called Africans, as believed, because really, you so-called Negroes in America, North America, USA. All right, but I mean North America, because you're talking about the USA. Also, Mexico is part of North America for people that don't know. Okay, so you know, all right. So, but you know, you're not an African, all right? You're Israelite. All right, talking so-called Negroes of USA. All right, because you think about, why do your brethren from the Latin-speaking tribes, all right, so-called Mexicans, Issachar, or so-called Puerto Ricans, Ephraim, all right, and so on down in Latin America, All right. Why don't they call you Africano instead? They call you Moreno. All right. Because you're not an African. You're an Israelite, man. All right. And the first slave is a fact. You go look to do your research. The first slaves came from Spain and Portugal. Okay. Those were Moreno Jews. I'm talking about the original Moreno Jews. All right. And I'm talking about the ones that uh, uh, some of them converted our ways and enslaved us. Then you have some Jakes, uh, some Jakes, but actually was real Moreno Jews that had their own people in slavery, you know, all right, and mixed with them and heavy man in Jamaica. All right, but they was Israelites. They was their own people. You know, they come from the same stock as we did. You know, just like Jake here in USA, they had their own people in slavery, man. All right, so don't be doing no sensational stuff. Talking about the Moreno Jew, Moreno slaves. You know, man, same damn people, man. All right, that's all right. Well, right here it says etymology come from Moro. I'm looking at the definition Moreno. All right. I'll read this up here. It said, what do the word Moreno means in Spanish? How it is used in a sentence? It said etymologically comes from Moro, the blanket ethnonym used in medieval Spain for the dark-skinned Muslims, be them Berber, Arab. All right, the Christians bothered never to differentiate. All right, first of all, the Moors in Spain, majority of them was the Israelite stock. You had a few that had Syrian, Egyptian. You had little Arabs that was allied with them. You know, they was also come more, but the ones in Spain, majority of them Spain, Portugal, France, England, and Scotland. Those were Israelite stock. All right, that came over here actually. I don't know particularly the ones in England, but the ones in Spain, Portugal, then later Ireland, Scotland. Those were Israelites, the one that came over here in slave ships. All right. Going to they fit the curse according to Deuteronomy 28, 68, Deuteronomy 28, 48. All right, Deuteronomy 28, 64. All right, and all the curses that fit the Moreno Jews, the Moors and Morisco slaves. All right, Morisco means Moors that was into Islam. All right, but pretend to convert it to plantation Christianity. All right, but all those groups were Israelites, man, and the curses fit them. Deuteronomy 28. Okay, so it says right here. It says Saracenos, Saracen will also use scarcely, but so of course, and actually means a dark-skinned person or a black hair, regardless of it being straight or curly. I'm gonna read it again. Of their black hair, of it being black hair, regardless of it being straight or curly. Because some of you, 2/3, man, you like to. It's a lot for that. Tablet went out a little bit. All right. Because some of you so-called Negroes, you like to the hair. You see, the hair is not coarse, and that's why the Latinos and Native Americans and our Israelites, no, man, our people always did have the variety of hair and facial features and colors, man. You read, all right. It says in Jeremiah 12:9, it says, "My heritage is a speckled bird," you know. All right, my heritage is like a speckled bird. All right, either way. All right, but I mean to butcher the scripture, but you know, basically just said, our heritage is like a speckled bird. All right, it was double meaning. All right, talking about Israel being dirty due to violating the laws, statutes, commands, but it's also talking about the different hair texture, different hair skin color, different features. All right, because whether you believe or not, the whole people of Latin America are dark skinned people, not these light skinned people that Esau likes to push in the media, man. And you also, you damn scoffers, man, you like to push that image too, because you don't like the fact that the so-called Native American Latinos are Israelites according to the Bible. All right, it fit every curse under there, man. All right, but it can read back to this. It says, but it can apply to other nouns like bread, sugar, pan, Moreno, Moreno, you know. But it said in some Latin American regions, the euphemism for a black person. Moreno masculine form is the last name, but you'll never see Morena as a last name. All right. But anyway, the bottom line of this situation is that you so-called Negroes here in USA, all right, was part of North America, also is Central America, Latin America. All right, you're not called Africano or you're not called Africano. Why? Because you're not no damn Hamites, so-called Africans. You are Israelites. Okay, according to the Bible, according to history. All right, and here we go. I'm gonna bring some more evidence of the Moors being the slave over here in the Western Hemisphere. But here's an example. Let you know that they was Esau was illegally enslaving Moors. You know, it says the Moor Sundry Act of 1790 was a 1790 advisory resolution passed by South Carolina House of Representatives, clarified the status of free subjects of the Sultan of Morocco, Mohammed bin Abdallah. The rest of the opinion that free citizens of Morocco were not subject to the laws governing to blacks and slaves. Right, man. Okay. But they were still snatching up our people, the Israelites from Morocco, right? Because our people was a part of the Morocco Empire, the Moor Empire. Okay. This is all right, you see it right here. Okay. And a lot of Moors was enslaved in Americas, but which was Israelites, Esau didn't tell them about this. All right. So he kept a secret, man. All right. You know. It says the free Moor Francis, Daniel Hammer, Samuel petition behind themselves, no wives, Fatima, Flora, Sarah, and Corinda. They explained how some years ago, while fighting the defense of their country, they and their wives was captured and made prisoners of war. Right, man? We was prisoner of war by a African king, a Hamite, man. All right, let's go about to Joel chapter 3. It said, after this, a certain Captain Clark had delivered to him, promising they would be redeemed by Moroccan ambassador residing in England and return to the country. Instead, he transported them to South Carolina, all right, and sold them for slaves. All right, they're going to Deuteronomy 20:68. It says, since then, by the greatest instinct, they purchased freedom from their respective master. All right, because a lot of Jays did purchase their freedom from Esau, man. Not just the Jays from where country these Moors resided from, these Israelites. All right. Also, some came here. Some could buy their freedom, some didn't. You know. It says they request, but as a whole nation, we was enslaved, man, regardless. You know, we was under the heathens, man. I don't give a damn if you run around with papers, man. You couldn't do what the hell you want to do. All right. And you see right here, Esau didn't give a damn. He put their ass on the slave ship. So, I mean, it was more like them. They unfortunately didn't get out this situation. All right. It says, They requested that as freeborn subject of prince in alliance with the U.S., that they should not be considered subject to state law. Right? When Esau labeled you Negro, black, or something else, that strips your nationality away from you, also strip away your rights. All right. If they be found guilty of the crime or misdemeanor, they receive a fair trial by lawful jury. The matter referred to committee consisting of Justice John Fosford, Grimke, General Charles Coatsworth of Pickety, and Edward Butcher. All right. And these people, they got their freedom. All right, there's release. I believe they was released when I read it, But the point is showing that you so-called Negroes here in America are not Africans. All right. Also, you so-called West Indians and Haitians. All right. That's why your brethren, all right, from the Northern Kingdom, so-called Latinos and Native Americans, the dark-skinned indigenous people of the Americas. That's why they call you. But let me clear this up. When I'm talking about dark skin, I mean brown skin. Brown skin, like light brown, ball dark, man. Light brown, ball dark skin. But anyway, man, why those people? All right, why do the so-called Negros, Salak? Why do the so-called Latinos, all right, in Latin America, why do they call you Moreno instead of Africano? Why? Because you're not Africans, okay? You're Israelites, all right, from the Southern Kingdom, Judah. So, I'm gonna end it right here. All right, so shalom.